Welcome back to Stay Motivated Podcast, where we discuss all positive vibes, shining your light through any form of motivation. If this is your first time tuning in, I want to go ahead and thank you for tapping in. My name is the Motivation Queen, the Motivation Guru, Goddess, El Único, La Bori, and some may say La Loquita. Okay. What we do throughout this podcast is we are going to discuss motivation through conversations, humor, vibes, whatever it may take to get the message across to inspire someone else. Because all it takes is one inspiration and then uno y otro y otro y otro y otro y tú sabes, oíste. So I want to go ahead and say thank you again. This is Stay Motivated Podcast. Duh, that's what we're here to discuss. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my podcast. I am on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud. Links are below.
Check them out.
All right. It's time to introduce my guest. This is always a fun part. And to introduce you, we're going to go ahead and introduce my following guest. This is Kelly. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
How you doing? This is Kelly again. Finally made it to the couch with the Stay Motivated Queen. Make sure you guys check her out. All right, let's get it popping.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get it popping. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Like I said, we discuss nothing positive. What is it?
Positive.
I don't think they heard you. Hold on. Bad out there.
Positive
vibes only. Good vibes only. For those of you who didn't get the message, good vibes only.
Good vibes.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Kelly, where do we be? Oh my goodness. The Target? Is it Target? Target. You know what I'm saying? Target. It's been many moons, hasn't it? It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
A long time. So we have Kelly here today. I'm so excited to share his story. Well, actually, I'm not sharing. Well, yeah, I am, right? The Motivation Queen is, creating platforms for people to, like I said, where I'm just here to create platforms for people to actually share their story, some inspiration, because what tends to happen is a lot of us think that life is so hard and it's more of the dark, like, I don't want to say the dark side. I want to say like more negative side. Oh, my life is so hard.
What was me? So what we're here to do is to show you that people have been through the same things or worse, and that you can get through them and actually turn those negatives into positive.
I couldn't get it out today, y'all. This is what I need y'all for sometimes. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah. So like I said before, just creating platforms. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Face your truths, because that's one thing too. In life, in order for you to get over certain things or let's just say overcome and grow in life, you have to face things head on.
Right.
Would you agree? You definitely need to face things head on, because what happens is when we run away, that's taking us away, or we're not facing what the issue is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a problem. For every problem, just know that there's a solution.
Right.
Every problem, there's a solution. It's all in the perception of the mind. So the Motivation Queen has officially kicked in, and now I got my words all out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and discuss Kelly, a little bit about, recently you were telling me, you had to take on two jobs, living in America, especially in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a little difficult. So won't you go ahead and tell the Motivated Fam. Ooh, that's a Motivated Fam. Y'all got a new name. Motivated Fam. Tell the Motivated Fam. Hold on, I'm not sure. Go ahead. Go ahead, let's go. Let's get into it. Go ahead, Kelly. Speak your voice, speak up so that they can hear you.
All right. So, yes, like she was saying, I was working 2 jobs, getting up at 6:30 a.m., going in at 6:30 a.m. and not getting home until 11 o'clock at night sometimes. So you know, with that, I was doing that for probably about a year before it caught up to me. Mm-hmm. So, you know, by doing that, if you're constantly working, you're not putting the right things in your body, right? You're eating fast food, you're
on the go, you're just not even paying attention, you just want to eat, you just want to put something in your system. Is that what you're trying to say? Because me personally, guys, you know what I'm saying, I'm not really a fast food eater. However, I could only imagine what it's like working. What were your hours that like what was a regular work day considered for you?
Right, so if I had to be there at 6:30, I'm up at 5:30, right? I'm out the door by 6. I get there 6:30. You have your lunch between 11 and 12, mm-hmm. and then you work until 4:30. Mm-hmm. And then I hop right on the Parkway, shoot up the Parkway to Woodbridge, and then I'm there from 5 to 10 or 11.
Mm. So I could imagine like that being tough on your body. And you said you did that for about a year or so, right?
Yes.
Did I hear that correctly? Yes, I did. Yes. So you did that for about a year or so, and it's just like, you know, you're on the go. And I do want to make a point to that, you know, and if you don't mind me making a point to that, it's just like a lot of the times when we're just, you know, moving at a rapid pace, we tend to miss a lot of things in life. And that can go from anything from A to Z, whether it be taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of anything, you know. So it's just like, you know, when you're moving too fast, sometimes you just need to slow down or just go at the pace of life.
Right. And then you don't get a chance to enjoy life, right? Mm-hmm. Because are you, at that point, are you existing or are you living? Right?
Are you existing or are you living? I don't think y'all heard me. Are you existing or are you living? I'm gonna need y'all to let that marinate, okay? And I hope that didn't go over your head one more time. Because I be thinking sometimes the people in the back, they don't be hearing it. Because a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, the humans in the back go eat, they don't hear it. Listen to the message. Are you
existing or are you living?
Are you existing and are you living? And I want you to take the time to actually think about what existing versus living means. We're not going to go into too much detail, but then again, are you living or are you existing? A message. So yes, so at that point you felt like you were existing.
Right. You know, because you don't get time to enjoy all this hard work, right? I'm working. But when do I have time for myself? Mm-hmm. Never. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
at that point you just felt like I'm just existing. I don't want to be the one to speak for you, but you know me, my mind starts going, and then I start thinking, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
So you just think of it like a hamster in a wheel. You're constantly going, but you're not going anywhere. Right? You're working hard. Mm-hmm. You're sweating. You're doing all the hard work, making that wheel move, but the wheel's not going anywhere. You
hear that? It's like a hamster. You just going. Come on, we all know. I ain't have no hamster. Pero I know exactly what it looks like in the what you call those stores? The pet store. The pet store. You know what I'm saying? Be like, ding, 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 ding. I'm sorry, bleep that out, bleep. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I definitely get that. That's actually a good comparison too, because it's just like, yeah, you're just running fast, but you're running fast nowhere.
Right.
You're running fast nowhere.
So the goal now is to get ahead. We want to move forward. So no more. We gotta get out that wheel and make that and start making move forward.
That's actually an excellent point. So what is it that you're doing to go forward, or do you want to rewind a little bit and talk about was there any effects of you working 2 jobs and just going at the rapid pace and just going nowhere? And I want to make one more point too. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results.
Right.
Okay, using the hamster as a metaphor, it's one and the same. doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's just repetitive, it's redundant, and there is no growth.
Right.
All right, so you want to take it back and you want to talk about how it affected you. Let's get it. Let's get it.
all that work affected me. So I ended up in the hospital and ended up having to have open heart surgery because I have a rare genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome, where basically it's a connective tissue disorder where my heart rate or my blood pressure can't get too high, or it causes a tear in the artery. Okay, so once the artery tears, every time your heart pumps, a little bit of blood leaks out, and then creates a pocket, which is what creates the aneurysm, right? So then if the aneurysm grows too big, then it could burst, and then once that bursts or ruptures, then there's no saving. So what happened to me was I ended up in the hospital with all the symptoms of a heart attack without actually having a heart attack.
So all that work was actually taking a toll on him. And and what it sounds like to me is that you weren't really it's not to say like, and like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not to say like, oh, you weren't focusing on your health, but that wasn't a priority to you.
Health was not a priority.
The priority was just making sure ends are meeting, making sure, right? Like, right. Tell us what was your priority?
But priority was just like getting money, because I was just, at that point, I was just re-establishing myself. I had moved to a new area, had a new place that I was trying to maintain. So, those were my priorities. But, those are all material things. Thinking back, right? Those are all material things. And we can get those back. But you can't get back time. You can't get back a life.
You can't get back time. And you can't get back at life. That's a fact. We dropping some gems over here. I don't know. We might be onto something. So, basically, what you want to tell the people is, whether it's work related. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, basically, the moral to that story is, take time for yourself. Work is work. Work will always be there. Bills are bills. Bills will always be there. But, the moments aren't, right? So, what did Fab say? The best thing you can give somebody is your time.
Guess what time it is? My time. You could. No? Go ahead. You because. Hey, Fab! Hey! Say that. He got a wife. Go ahead.
But, and the other thing is to listen to your body. Your body will tell you what's wrong with it, but you just gotta take the time to listen to it. I didn't. There were signs. I'm sure there were signs prior that I didn't listen to.
Right.
And then. As you see, I ended up in the hospital, getting operated on, with my chest cracked open. So, I'm here to tell my story so that hopefully someone doesn't have to go through that.
Right. So it's just like the message is like, take care of your body. Again, it sounds redundant, but sometimes, in JoJo's, my son. Shout out to JoJo, okay? One thing I do remember when JoJo was in football, when he was very young, he was in football, and what they discussed, one of the parents, they were actually complaining, like, why are they doing the same drills over and over again? So what the coach explained is that with boys in particular, they learn after overdoing repetitive drills You know, I don't know how accurate that is, but that's something similar to what you said. I'm pretty sure that could go for male or female, boys or girls. That brings in a whole nother topic because you know us, we wire differently.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a man does need to go through. Is that what it is? Is that what it really is? I think we onto something, Kelly, because over and over again, and then they finally get it. I think we are onto something. You know what? That actually makes perfect sense to me.
Right.
Doing something repetitively, being a boy, growing into a man eventually you'll get it.
Right.
Right. So basically, moral of that is what your body is going to repetitively tell you is that they're going to give you signs. You're going to have signs, and it's going to keep repeating it until you actually get the message. Okay? It's going to keep repeating it until you get the message. So until you get the message, life's going to keep giving you, I don't want to say it's a lesson, but
it is a lesson.
What's a lesson? Life's going to keep giving you the same lesson. So I could only imagine, having open heart surgery, and you mentioned that was there more than one?
There was multiple.
Ooh,
yes.
Multiple.
So then with this disorder, even if you're doing the right thing, now after that, I did the right thing. I was taking my meds like I was supposed to, eating properly, and 4 years later, I was back in the hospital again, and ended up having to have another open heart surgery. And the doctor told me, I said, Doc, I did everything right.
He's listening. It take off. How many years did it take you to listen? About 4? Was it 5?
4, yeah.
4. Ladies, we on to something. 4 years. It takes them 4 years to get it right. 4 years.
So yeah, I was like, Doc, I did everything I was supposed to. And he was like, I knew you were gonna be back. It's just that condition. So now they just basically went in and replaced the whole artery from the root of my heart all the way down to my leg. So, and the doctor told me, he was like, we don't do this type of surgery if we don't expect you to live a long time. So I looked at that as a third chance on life, right? Because it wasn't a second.
3's actually my number.
Right.
I'm not sharing the reason why yet, but shout out to the number 3 Soli. Shout out to my girl Soli, Tatiana Lopez. Tatiana, she's gonna kill me for this, y'all. It's 3.
All right, so I looked at that. I'm like, all right, so God wants me here for a reason. He kept me alive.
It's a purpose. Okay.
Right.
Praise God.
Right. So, but I didn't quite know what it was yet. So then I said, well, someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear my story, and I need to share this with somebody. So the first time I shared it, I shared it with at work as my experience as a patient, to let them know, how it is from the other side, right? Because when you're a healthcare worker, you kind of get jaded to the fact that you're helping people, and these people are in such vulnerable positions, right? Because you're doing it day and night, and you kind of like forget why you're there,
right?
You start getting task oriented and forget the reason why you're there,
right?
So once I shared my story, they wanted me to. They liked it so much and were so inspired by it that they wanted me to go to other locations and share my story with other locations.
That's amazing. Okay. Hold on, his purpose is starting to make sense now. At least to him it is,
Right.
Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes experiences. Sometimes it takes, it just takes life.
Right.
For you to understand the growth, because I love this saying, you know, we don't go through life, we grow through life.
Right.
So growing through life, you know, it's like growing pains in a sense. Some hurt more than others, some don't hurt more than others, you know? So it's just like I definitely get that part. So tell us more.
So by doing that, you know, it kind of opened me up to the patient. So now I looked at the patients from a different perspective. So I see patients hurting, or I see them saying, "Oh, I can't do this," or "I can't do this." Then once I tell them what I've been through, it gives them a different perspective, and it inspires them to actually want to work and get up and do something to get out of the hospital. Right? So I'll share quickly like a story about, we had a young guy, and he had multiple gunshot wounds, you know, gang related. When he was there, he thought he knew everything. He didn't want to listen to the therapist. You know, I'm gonna do this on my own. That was his attitude. You know, so you know, even with me, he would kind of give me like the cold shoulder. Didn't really want to interact. So then one day I was like, you know what? I got to talk to this guy. You know, he was giving the therapist a hard time. Didn't want to do nothing. So I went over and I shared my story. You know, and then what he told me was, he said, "I used to call myself a gladiator, but you're the true gladiator."
So what you're saying is that your story was able to get a message across to, you know, an individual who experienced gunshot wounds. Was he, like you said, gunshot wounds? That's what it was. It was gang related. Gang. So it can be a little bit more tough with was he younger?
Younger, yeah.
Young teenager, a little
Not
bit early
teenager,
20s.
He was early 20s.
Early 20s. It could be a little bit difficult when you are already, you know, programmed, and you're already used to like a certain lifestyle, and just you have your mindset on, you know, whether it be the streets, and you may think that you are a gladiator in his terms. Is that what you said?
Right.
You know, he thought he was a gladiator. He thought, because a gladiator, to me, I think of a gladiator as like, duh. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Princess Warrior. Xena. You know what I'm saying? I think Hercules. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're always shielded. You're always protected. So it's like you feel like the gang is protecting you. You feel like the streets is protecting you, when that's actually not even really the case.
Right. So
that's not even really the case. We're gonna get into that most definitely on another episode.
Right.
With, you know what I'm saying? We might need to bring somebody on the streets for this one, so that they could, you know what I'm saying? We might need an OG up in this motherfucker, the old head guy. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, what you're saying is that you were able to get your message across, you know, to someone who lived a different lifestyle than what you ever lived, right?
I mean, I ain't gonna talk about my history, but
Color. He got a little.
You know.
Oh, you know, we all got a little. Everybody has a past. However, we ain't gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put him on a hot seat, y'all. We ain't gonna put him on a hot seat now. However, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat relatable. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? The feds is watching.
Yeah, and just don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly. Oh, please don't judge a book by its cover. Please don't judge a book by its cover. But one thing I can say is that vibes don't lie, but I don't know if everybody is in tuned enough to be able to pick that up. You know, oh shit, about to knock the fucking mic down and everything. But point of the story is that one story was able to inspire one person, and all it takes to inspire one person, you know. And again, going back to what I said in the beginning of this episode, you know, a lot of us think that we have it hard. A lot of us think that we have it bad. A lot of us are so miserable. A lot of us always want to look at the glass half empty versus half full. Listen, the glass is always half full. I don't care. The glass is always half full. Period.
With a T.
Okay? A lot of us think that, oh, we got it so bad, and you know what I'm saying, and all this moping stuff, not knowing that there's someone else out there that wishes that they lived your life. They wish they had your life. They wish that they could be in your shoes. There's people out here that are on wheelchairs that they only wish that every day that one day that when they wake up they'll be able to walk again. Right. One day there's people out here that are missing limbs. There's people out here that need machines to keep them breathing. There's people out here that actually wish they had your life when you think your life is the worst life.
Right.
It's all on how you perceive things is what we really come down to in life. It's all about your perception, all about how you want to perceive things, all in your mindset. Remember, anything that you learn, you can unlearn. You just got to want to unlearn it. It's never too late. I'm going to always say this. As long as you have breath in your body, you have options.
Word. You know, and then the other thing is, by me sharing my story with him, I said, you're here for a reason. Mm-hmm. There's people who experience the same thing that you experience and they're not here to talk about it.
Right.
So I said, it's your job to go and share your story. Mm-hmm. It's your job to go tell somebody else because they may need to hear it. You know, they may want to hear it. They may need to hear it. Mm-hmm. And then, I kid you not, later that day, I heard him on the phone talking. I don't know who he was talking to. But he was like, oh yeah, you know, this gang stuff is no good. You know, go to school, hit the books, do all that stuff. So just from that one conversation that I had with him, he turned around and started.
Like I said, we all need a little motivation. We all need some inspiration. That's amazing. I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I love speaking in general. I could talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Me and the homeless person have a dope ass conversation. No bullshit. Don't let me bring the mics out there because we out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's actually that's actually very inspiring to me. You know, I'm always open to speak to whoever. Always open to have people on here and share their story. However, you know, because you never know how people inspire other people, and you never know. You know, like a message could go such a long way. You know, a message, and we're not always going to be motivated in a real world. Realistically speaking, we're not always going to be motivated. But when we are not motivated, you need to be disciplined.
Right.
You need to be consistent.
Right.
Okay.
So you know, in order to kind of counteract that, what I do, I mean, with my group of people, is I try to get everybody to start their day off on a positive note.
Absolutely. Start your day off on a positive note, okay?
Yeah. So I said,
you want to give pointers? What you do? What you do? How you start? How would you suggest that?
I personally send out an inspirational quote every morning.
I love me some quotes, honey.
To get everybody going, and hopefully it'll, you know, they may not always resonate with you, but there's a message in every quote, right? So it may not pertain particularly to you for that day,
right?
But 9 times out of 10, every time I send out something, somebody hits me back and says, "Oh, I needed to hear that." I have a confession, y'all, because I'm on that list.
And let me tell you something, he's absolutely correct. Sometimes I'll look at it and I'll be like, you know what? It doesn't resonate. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, you know what? I needed that. I needed that. Because trust me, the motivation queen needs motivation too. The hell?
Yeah. You know.
We need, hold on, some motivation. So won't you come and motivate deep? Won't you? Oh, I'm about to beep, beep. That's awesome. I love stories like this. They touch me, corazón, my heart. I absolutely love hearing stories like this. It's so amazing to know that again, you know, sometimes I may sound like a broken record, but what we was talking about earlier, they need to be a little bit repetitive when you get them, and then you will finally get the message. So what I'm saying is that It's just one word, one positive thought. You know, and I just want to make a point to what Kelly had made too. It is all on how you start your day. You know what I'm saying? I can't understand how an individual can wake up and be upset. However, there are individuals that will do that. I mean, and that goes back to your mindset and just all changing your mindset. Trust me, at any point you can change your thoughts. At any point you could change your life. At any point you could make it better. So don't ever think that there's no way out. Don't ever think that it takes time to change. No, it takes a mindset to change. It takes the motivation queen.
Right. So how do you get that mindset? Yeah. How do you get that mindset? It's a decision. You gotta wake up and make a decision, right?
You wake up and you make a decision, just like what Kels over here said. Oh, I just gave you Kels. He got a new nickname, y'all. It's Kels. So let's go ahead and quickly get into it. In regards to, I see he got some shirts over here, y'all. We gotta give. I'm gonna give. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, Kels, is this? Hold on, let me see. Did you create a brand off of your story?
Sure did.
Boss ass moves. Let's get into it.
All right, so let me give you the backstory. So, anytime you have open heart surgery, they say you join the zipper club. You get a zipper, right?
Zipped up club. Oh,
so, yeah.
Okay.
So I flipped that, turned it into Zipped Up Designs.
So you hear that? Zipped Up Designs. Zipped Up Designs. Okay.
We have the website zippedupdesigns.com.
Okay.
So every shirt has something inspirational on the back.
Oh damn!
Did I hit that?
No, I did. Hit the damn mic.
So like this right here is the motto. This is what we go by.
Okay. Work while they sleep. Learn while they party. I know you guys can't really see. I'm gonna bring a close up. Hold on. Save while they spend. Live like they dream. Love the life you live. Love the life you live. That's the one. And you can love the life you live by changing your mother effing mindset. Okay? Right. Let's go ahead. Let's get a close up of this. Hold on, y'all. We gotta do a little work. You know what I'm gonna say? I gotta come closer. I'm gonna come closer for you guys, and hopefully, okay. So this is live and love life. I'm sorry, I can't read backwards, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and try this again. It's Kelly in the back. Live and love life. Okay, and here is the back. Okay, so this is what we have. Zipped Up Designs. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. Howdy, do you read it for me? I can't wait to wear my shirt, y'all. Okay. This is awesome. This is awesome. So tell us a little bit more.
And then also, we also do zodiac signs.
Ooh!
A lot of the time.
First of all, what is your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, okay. He's safe.
I'm safe.
Tell me. Okay, so we have zodiac signs. Y'all know.
So a lot of the times people say, they talk about the negative of the sign. They never really talk about the positive stuff about the sign.
Right.
So.
Because I don't got nothing positive to say about sign.
So this is the front here.
And
then the arm has this.
Oh, yeah. Blue my favorite color. All right, Scorpio.
Then on the back.
All right, what we got here? Ooh, okay. So, for my Scorpio lovers, because we don't talk negative in here. I am clever, I am cool and determined, I'm sociable, charismatic, and I'm ambitious and focused. Most importantly, I'm focused. You already know that I'm focused. And Scorpio to the T. Wow, this is amazing. This is awesome. This is bomb is F, okay? Live and love life. I'm in love with everything about this movement. Anything that's positive, I'm always here for it. I definitely want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, This was amazing. So, Kelly you know, Kelly's message here today was to tell them what was your message? Your message was to live, love, and inspire.
Live, love, and inspire. Enjoy your life. Don't just exist in your life.
Don't exist. Don't. Are you living or are you existing? Are you living or are you existing? Okay, again, like he said, live and love life. Live and love life is the message that Kelly was here today to say. He turned his story, having open heart surgery, then joined the Zipped Up Club. Shout out to the Zipped Up Club. Hey, y'all. I'm bringing one of y'all on next. Don't worry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into it. We want to go ahead and say thank you again for, you know, tuning in. I want to say thank you, Kelly. I want to give Kelly a round of applause. I want to say thank you, Kelly, for sharing such an inspirational story. Listen, the message is, listen. Is y'all listening? Motivated fam, listen. The message is health is wealth. Health is wealth. Health is wealth, okay? Don't let it go over your head. I want you to take care of yourself, take care of your body, and most importantly, take care of your mind. And you already know the vibes. Stay motivated forever and ever. I want to thank you for tuning in again. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out Kelly's Zipped Up design. Has such a beautiful meaning. It's such a beautiful movement. It is amazing. I just want to say we're about to wrap it up. Peace, love, light. You already know it's your girl, the Motivation Queen. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to click the links. Kelly's link for the Zipped Up team and the Zipped Up merch. Okay? Right here. Where is that, Kel? Right below. Anyways, we're out.
Peace.